What's up guys, this is your boy Shaka here, coming to you with
the next episode.
In this installment, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Red Baron and maybe doing some tips and tricks for you guys just to give you a little heads up on some changes. Maybe try and cover a couple of things that I missed in the first video. And let's go. I wanted to start first off with podding into the Red Baron. I see it a lot. There's a couple people that will see the ship and immediately head for their pods. I don't recommend doing that. I think that's a really bad idea. He is a really good shot. There's a pretty good chance that he's going to shoot you directly in your pod and you're not going to be able to get anything but lose your loot. In this video already, we've got one guy that tried to pod in, and you guessed it, he's already dead. Also, I'm not sure if you've noticed this yet, but every time the Red Baron spawns in, it's actually at Spaceport and Navy Outpost. There's generally two ways that the Red Baron is going to go around the map. It's either circle around Spaceport continuously or racetrack around like a NASCAR outpost and then back again. Now, personally, when I'm hunting the Red Baron, I like to use the Interceptor. It is the same speed. It is a bit light on the armor, but as long as you stay high enough, you're not going to have any problems him turning around and shooting at you. But you can do the same thing with the Scout Frigate. As long as you have the rocket turrets, you're going to be able to pepper him from a distance. Generally, I like to stay high up. He always flies in the lower parts of the maps. And hey, even if he does shoot you and disable your ship, he is on a set course, so if you can survive those barrages by healing yourself, he'll eventually fly away and then you'll be able to just heal your ship and continue attacking. And we've got our next contestant on the... Oh, he's dead already. There's going to be that fine line between getting too close and him shooting at you and being too far away to even hit your barrages on him. Yeah, but once you find that sweet spot, you're going to light him up and get your hands on a one-on-one battle with the man himself. Now, I feel pretty lucky with the first impressions video that I posted. I actually was able to shoot him pretty easily without him turning around and firing at me. Oh, hold up. There's a guy that was waiting behind the rocks trying to pod in. Oh, and I think, yeah, he's dead. He's dead. One of the best opportunities to shoot the Red Baron is when he is going between the compounds. But that's not always going to be the case because he's sometimes stuck in his loop around Spaceport, and that means he's constantly turning. He's actually sometimes stopping completely and turning around, juking a little bit, kind of stopping anybody from chasing him in a consistent fashion. So you always got to be careful about that. But it's also a great opportunity when he does stop like that and turn around to just give him a good barrage from the six-pack, baby. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, now that you've knocked out the Red Baron, it's a good idea to hide your ship on a dark side of a rock or in a nice little nook in the asteroid. You don't have to get into a nice perfect spot. You just have to get the ship into an area where it's not going to be seen and then hit the F button to disengage from the ship, and it'll immediately stop that bad boy in its tracks. Now, when you're fighting the Red Baron one-on-one, you don't want to be taking long hallway angles to shoot at him because he's going to laser you. Again, I got extremely lucky in my first video because I took a lot of fights against him in the hallways and it really messed me up. He's not going to push you like any normal AI, so you got to find a way to flank him and get as close as possible before you open fire. On top of that, he does pre-fire, so you want to get a little bit of a jiggle peek going to see if you can lose some of his ammo and then just pop him right in the face. He does have a set few different loadouts that he's going to be wearing when you fight him. He's either going to have no helmet or some dinky little hat helmet. Sometimes he'll have a little captain's card. Sometimes he won't, but he always has the Baron token. Let's freaking go. Downstairs to the depot room. Okay, this is a component that I didn't get to show you guys last video because I frankly got a bit too excited and my adrenaline was pumping. I wasn't really thinking straight and I didn't look around the ship for a depot room when I should have. Also, going from the depot room, there is a storage container right by the pods in the airlock. If you find it here, there's usually some pretty good loot as well. Another piece of gear that I hadn't seen yet was the heavy PSH helmet, which actually looks pretty cool. I haven't been able to find it other than through the trader market mechanic that they just added to the game, but it's giving me some Rainbow Six Siege vibes, so I'm pretty stoked about that. It's the Lord and Savior Tachanka himself. Comment in the video if you know another place to find it. Okay, one more piece of housekeeping before we go to the tips and tricks. I found a heavier pilot armor. There it is in all its glory. And on top of that, I killed the Red Baron 10 times to get the body appearance upgrade, as well as 20 times to get the head appearance upgrade. There it is. Okay, so tip number 1, you can actually hear the vault. Yeah, that's it right there, all the way up at export on Asteroid Mine. You can also hear quite a bit of drill pit activity down there just in front of the first furnace door. And you know what that means, a Mexican standoff. Unless they don't know you're waiting, and then just ambush them. There's literally only one way to get out of this area, so you've got the upper hand. Tip number 2, the Red Baron's gun is on the bottom of the ship, so you're gonna wanna aim your crosshairs a bit differently than you normally do with other ship guns. A good rule of thumb is using the bottom of the crosshairs just like I've drawn here, understanding that the closer you get to a ship means that the angle of the ship's gun is actually going to be more drastic, so you're going to want to aim a little higher than what you're normally used to in ship battles. Alright, tip number 3, you can actually go up to known food locations and not have to reveal it before you eat it or drink it. If you don't already know, this is a huge tip. Clicking mouse wheel will easily and quickly use an item for you, so you don't have to waste any precious seconds right-clicking and having to click again on use. If there's a situation where you need to quickly eat or drink something to get some health back, this is a good way to do it. And same thing goes with using items that you haven't discovered in a med bay as well. You can use it, it's just you don't know exactly what it is. Tip number 4, the 0 to hero quests have been fixed. Now you actually have to knife people. You can't just have it on your person. I would recommend avoiding pushing any AI that have strong weapons like an SVT or a shotgun, which kind of goes without saying, but usually you want to try and aim for pistol grunts or even the miners that don't have anything but another melee weapon, which would be actually kind of funny. I want to see that. Generally, the AI is going to just shoot you directly in the face right at that distance, so you're going to want to get as many headshots as you can with your knife. But heck, maybe you'll get lucky like me and think you've got an AI around the corner and you actually creep up on a marauder. Oh, sorry fella. Better luck next time, bud. And I always suggest bringing a backup boomstick because you never know when you're going to need some close quarter smash and grabs. In this scenario, I spot myself a nice little tasty AI. Turned out this little guy had teeth and... oh, there's another marauder coming up. Ooh, that was a close one. Tip number 5. Alright, in the 0 to hero, whenever you're farming kills, you need kills for certain things, go to the merchant ship and just keep going back and forth on the ship. The AI keep respawning. It's a total farm fest. Tip number 6. If you see the capital ship has already been breached or the guns are gone and somebody's in there, try and look for their rust bucket and then, you know, get in there, wait for them, grab all that loot. Okay, he's coming this way, he's coming this way. It's a trap! Better luck next time, bud. Alright, and tip number 7, the final tip. Whenever you get breached, don't make a noise. Be completely silent and you'll confuse your opponent. It's a lot of fun. I've done it a couple times and generally you're going to get the drop on people. They're going to start getting antsy, start running around, or you're going to know exactly where they are because this game is very audio based. One of the easiest ways to figure out where your opponent is just to listen. The audio cues are incredible. They're very hard to ignore. Alright everyone, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support and all the viewers. Forgive me if I haven't covered everything in this, but if you have any more questions, you can definitely lay it on me in the comments section, as well as let me know what content you want to see in the future. Next episode is going to be about the shotguns and Marauders. Long awaited, highly anticipated, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas, and a happy holidays. Bye-bye. Ciao for now.